All right. All right, let's get going. Let's get this show on the road. Let's see here. All right, let's try this. And just see how this is.
You don't know nothing about me. That man tell her.
What? What'd you say? Yeah.
You know for you?
All right, there we go. Hello? There we go. I had to restart my headphones. Huh? I'm alright, how about you? Oh yeah, I bet. Which one? Mm-hmm. So, you know which one I recommend doing instead? Do the one that's called Amethyst over by the Streets HQ. You'll get quite nearly the same. I mean, you'll get basically like 985 million, or 985,000, sorry, each time you do it. Roughly, give or take, if you do it in multiplayer. Do it in single player, you'll get like 750,000 every single time you do it. But that 750,000 does go a long way. Because it's only a 10-minute long race. So it's basically every 30 minutes, just like that one, you're getting, you know, a little bit more. You're actually getting a little bit more than what you would get with that race. And then if you really want to do a race, especially in multiplayer, the one to do it is the Nakara, and that gives you 300,000 every single time you, like 350,000 every single time you do it. Sometimes even 400,000 or 500,000. Just kind of depends on how many players are playing with it, like playing with you on there and everything like that. And then that one, I mean, you know, that only takes like 3 minutes and 45 seconds around that. Like it just kind of depends on how fast you can get. Sometimes 4 minutes. So that one's like basically that every 4 minutes, giving you that whole entire benefit of shit. But yeah, so damn, you should get yourself a BMW, Mercedes, or Porsche. What year is it? Is it the hypercar one? Like the 918? Yeah. Yep. You should buy a car that is Porsche, Mercedes, or BMW. That is the year that is like 2000 below. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, 2014 is too much. It has to be max 2000. Which, funny thing, come to think of it, they say BMW, but there's no BMW in this game that is a max 2000. Like, there isn't a BMW that is a 2000. Like, that's the funny thing. You should be you should be max enough that you can get. I mean, other than like your supercar, yeah, everything like, or your not supercar, hypercar stuff. But you should be able to get like the 911 Carrera or the, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You should be able to get like the 911 Carrera. The 911 Carrera is in the classic car dealer. It's in this one. It's in the blue classic cars. Yeah, so you can get something in that one, or you can even get a Mercedes. But the thing is I don't know if there's even a Mercedes that is like 2000, like lower than 2000s. Because, well, my thing is I don't think, I think there's only, because there's a Bentley Continental, Aston Martin there. Go to here, I don't even think you can buy a, how many, because, yeah, I don't, you can't buy a Mercedes, because Mercedes, there's only 3 that are actually in the game. Yeah, there's only 3 Mercedes that are actually in the game, if I remember correctly, because, let's see here, let's actually go to Mercedes. There's 4. Oh yeah, because you can buy this one, but you might be able to, but that's a 2016. But yeah, so there's only 2 Mercedes that would actually like work. There's actually only 1 Mercedes that would work for that race, and that's the 300 SL, and you don't get that until you get all the hidden cars. Yeah, so whenever you see, like, you know, when you hear like that beeping on your map and then it says like wrecked car nearby. Yeah, so that's what that is. There's 2, yeah. No, there's 2 wrecked cars. And if you find those cars, then if you find, basically what happens is each of them have 10 wrecked cars around the map of that. So you're basically like you're finding 10 of those, and once you find all 10 of those, what then ends up happening is you end up getting a thing that says you found a wrecked car. It's been added, like been fully restored and added to your garage. And so, and then there's a off-road one, and then there's a regular one. So the off-road one is the 300 SL, which is that old school Mercedes and everything like that. And then there's the Volkswagen off-road buggy. So it's the Volkswagen buggy, but with big old beefy off-road tires. Huh? No, you're good. No, the Mercedes is a street built car, and then the off road one is the Volkswagen. No, there's a street car, and then there's an off road car that you can do, and then eventually they might add more. Like there might be more that we put. Like there might be more that we get into this game. But for right now, it's just 2, but as what? Well, I mean, it just kind of depends. There's a lot of updates that are going to be happening. There will be an update sometime next week that will introduce the season 5, like mid-season 5 update, and that's introducing like the online shop and everything like that. So you'll be able to get like the previous, no, online shop as in like microtransaction stuff. So like you'll be able to like purchase some DLC vehicles that are exclusive to the online shop, that are like exclusive licensed vehicles. On top of that, you'll also be able to get access to previous Solar Pass cars. So if you weren't able to, you know, obviously, like say for example, if somebody wasn't able to play back in like season 2 or season 3 or whatever, they'll now be able to get the season 2 or season 3 cars. How long have I been playing? I've played since season 0. I played since day 1. So yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, I've played the game since season 0, so well, it's how it's gonna work is it's usually about 4 cars every 3 months, and that's usually how it works with this game. Is it's 3 to 4 cars every single month, just kind of. Usually it's 4 because usually what they'll do is we'll get 3 cars that are inside of the Solar Pass and are exclusives to the Solar Pass. One of those being the free 50 tier, level 50 tier car, which is free to all players, and then the other 2 being the paid track cars at level 1 and level 15. And then you get one more car that will be purchasable in the dealership every single season. And that's kind of how that works. And then now with the online store being a thing, season 6 there is also going to possibly be there will be another car that will be added. So there will be 5 cars for season 6 added. One of those cars being added in the online store as a purchasable vehicle. And don't think that, oh, purchasable vehicle, that means that they're going to charge like, you know, what Forza does, where it's like $4 for, you know, 5 vehicles, or $4 for 6 vehicles, or whatever. No, it's going to be like, I mean, think about this. The Solar Pass for 3 vehicles, and plus on top of that some other cosmetics, is like $4.99, right? So you can kind of take that. I won't say for sure what pricing wise would be, because I don't even think they have fully decided on like what they want for like the pricing. But the pricing is not going to be outrageous. It's not going to be anything where it's like, you know, $6 for you know, a car and then a car livery, some stickers, and some cosmetic wheel parts. Like it's not gonna be anything outrageous. It's not like Call of Duty. Yeah, I mean that's kind of, you know, I even
What's up, slime? I know not a whole lot about you. Sounds fair. Hmm? No, I was stretching, but technically I did just wake up because I took a little bit of a nap. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was doing meetings with the French people at like 2 in the morning. I gotta wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning just to do their meetings and everything, and then we get done doing everything around around 8-9 o'clock my time. Kind of depends on like what we're doing, and then I'll go to bed, like I'll fall back asleep and then wake back up. So today we got done at around like 8 o'clock, so I took like an hour and a half nap, and then just got on. So it's like 8 o'clock. Yeah, so that's when they're starting to get into the offices and everything. Yeah. There might be a missed live event next week. But yeah. Basically, if the update doesn't release, like if we don't get the update by next week, it'll be the next week after. And so, but the update should be next week. You gonna buy all 3 of the cars? You're gonna buy everything, including all the clothes and stickers and. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna buy the clothes and the stickers and the emotes that aren't that are being released just for this. Give us your money. Yeah, we can hear you now. But yeah, like I was saying, is the whole thing of like credits, and so what you should have done is just had him give you like 13 SVJs or something like that, and then just sold all the SVJs for like 20 mil a pop, and that would have been better than giving yourself the credits entirely. That's what Forza does. Is Forza does that? He modded his Forza account, yeah. But yeah, that's what Forza does. Is no. But yeah, Forza does they do modded account. Like with modded accounts, they ban your entire device. So they ban the console itself, or they ban the computer itself. However, if they ban the computer, all you have to do is just reinstall Windows. If you go to Forza ban history, like if you go to their website and everything, it will tell you on whether or not it's a device ban. It'll say device ban. If it's device ban, then that means that they have banned your console from playing. So you can't even... Nobody on your console can play Forza Horizon 5 online. Yeah, if you wanted to play Forza Horizon 5 online, you'd have to go buy a new console. But you can also... Just online. You can play the game single player. It's in Forza ban history. So just look up Forza ban history. Yeah, it's on their website. But if you just look up Forza ban history, it should pop up with like their official Forza, like the official Forza Hub website. And once you're there, you just log in with it, and then go to ban history and everything like that, and then you'll be able to see exactly what it says. Like, it'll basically... Here, one second. Let me find it real fast here, and I'll send you the link on Xbox. Yeah, you did. That's interesting. They might have actually... Oh. Huh. That is crazy. So because that was technically connected, the ban thing was technically connected to Forza Motorsport.net, that is no longer a website anymore. Because Forza Motorsport's domain has they completely neutered it, and because of that, they removed ForzaMotorsport.net as an actual website, so you can't access the ban history thing anymore. It doesn't exist. Because when they axed the Forza Motorsport website, they axed that as well. So that's kind of funny. And they're probably not going to fix it, because if rumor has it, Forza Horizon 6 is going to be the last Forza title. No. It's going to be the same as Forza Motorsport. They'll update it for like 2 years, and then they'll cancel. It'll basically be like they'll cancel all or like for a year, and then they'll cancel all development of Forza Horizon 6. Wait a year for what? Forza 6 is coming out this year, and then what they're going to do is they'll probably update it for like a year or two, and then Microsoft will then say, okay, say your goodbyes, we're no longer going to be doing, like, we're going to be, and then they'll do a whole bunch of layoffs on, like, Playground Games side for, like, the Forza side of Playground Games, and then it just will not be, Playground Games will no longer do, the Forza series. Like, it'll just basically be the entire company will just no longer do the Forza series. Turn 10 will go do something else, or whatever Microsoft wants Turn 10 Studios to go do. Or Microsoft will sell Turn 10 Studios to a different company. Who knows? Who honestly really knows what's going to happen with, I mean... Problem with that... The thing with that, though, is, like, even if Nacon were to buy the rights of Turn 10 Studios, it wouldn't make Test Drive a better game. If anything, it would make Test Drive a worse game. Because that's my problem that I have with Forza, is I think with Forza there's too many cars. There's too many options, and that's the problem, is because you have things like Turn 10 Studios and Playground Games who are just adding a shit ton of cars because they can. And that's kind of the problem that I think Forza has, and I think that's why Forza hasn't been the greatest racing game out there, is because they just keep adding too many cars to the game. I mean, there is 903 cars inside of Forza Horizon 5. The only reason I know that is because I have 903 out of 903 cars. And I have all the DLCs. So, with all DLCs, there's 903 cars. I am, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that is a thing inside of Forza. Like, there is a thing of, you don't have to have every single one of the cars inside of Forza. But it's still one of those of, like... I mean, probably, like, a small company like this could easily say, like, hey, you know, if something, like, if Nacon were to buy out Turn 10, right, and Turn 10 then became a part of KT or something like that, and started working on Test Drive, then, yeah, you might see something of, you know, the whole thing of, you know, Nacon saying, hey, we only want a certain number of cars, we don't want this car, this car, this car, this car, this car, this car. You know, different things like that might be a thing, but I don't really see them doing that. Instead, I see them doing more of a standalone of, oh, we have, you know, I don't really see that ever happening. Even if it did happen where, like, Nacon bought out Turn 10, the more thing that I would see Nacon doing is making Turn 10 make a completely separate game. A completely separate car game and everything like that. So, kind of. Well, what happens is, like, let's say Forza does get dissolved, right? And there's going to be no longer any Forza titles, okay? Car companies don't care. They've already got paid for that. They don't care. They've already got paid for, you know, everything that they've done in the past. Okay? So what then is going to happen is those car companies are then going to go, oh, hey, you guys have paid us for such and such amount of time that you've done everything like that, right? Well, what then is going to happen is, oh, you guys only paid for like a 3-year, 4-year license, right? So what's going to happen is in 2027, Forza Horizon 5 will be delisted from the Microsoft Store. And because Forza Horizon 5 will be delisted from the Microsoft Store, that will mean that Forza Horizon 5 will drop down to $20, and they will do the exact update that they did with Horizon 4. The festival playlist will get completely dissolved. There will be no festival playlist. The Forzathon shop will get completely reworked to the point of the Forzathon shop will then just include basically wheel spins, and backstage passes. And that is it. And what's going to happen with the backstage passes is that every single car that is a non-DLC car, so every single car that was ever added with weekly updates and everything like that, will be added to the backstage pass. However, what I think, and Forza has proved that they can do this, what I think they should do with Horizon 5 instead is completely, when Horizon 5 gets delisted from the Microsoft Store, completely remove the idea of the backstage pass. And instead of doing a backstage pass system, just put every single car in the auto show. That is what I think Forza needs to do. They just need to make it so that once a game is delisted, you can put every single car in the auto show. And then just remove the auction house ability. Just basically say, hey, auction house is no longer available, all cars are in the auto show. Well, the reason that they would remove the auction house is because what would happen... Well, it's not limited, no. It's... What would happen is the cars that are worth, like, 20, 30 million, or like the 20 million or whatever, people could then go and buy them in the auto show and then sell them for 20 mil. And that's kind of like what would happen. But that's what I think Forza should do, is they should just remove, once Horizon 5 gets delisted, they should just remove the auction house and then just put every single car in the auto show. Because the thing is they've already made it in Horizon 4 to where any car purchased in the backstage pass cannot be sold in the auto show or in the auction house. The game knows that you purchased that car with the backstage pass, and that means that you can't sell that car in the you can't sell that car in the auction house. It will not let you. It'll say, this car cannot be sold as you got it through the backstage pass. So, because of that, they already have that implemented, so why not just make it so that you don't have to grind for a freaking backstage pass and then waste a backstage pass on that. Instead, just remove that feature and then just make people do what Forza was all about in general, grinding out races, grinding out story modes, getting credits that way, enjoying the game. Instead, what you're doing is you're playing the stupid arcade, Horizon Arcade or whatever, trying to get your points for getting a backstage pass. And it's like, okay, well, why not let people spend the credits inside of that and, maybe put, a car that was, a car that was worth, 5, or, whatever, make, a car, 5 million credits or something, and then it's like, oh, okay, I have to grind out 5 million credits, and then I can buy, the Hennessy Venom Extradis or something like that, it's just one of those of, make it so that people have to grind out for certain cars, how Forza should be all around. I don't think, and this is my problem, that's what I've always had a problem with Forza, is I don't like the fact that Forza locks cars behind a festival playlist. And that festival playlist resets every single week. I don't like that. Because the problem is it's with Forza, it's I could easily, sometimes get on, maybe, there were a couple cars that I missed for the longest time. The only reason that I got them was because of the YouTuber Stevio2175. I'm one of his members and everything like that, and I've been one of his members for years, and I've asked him a few times, hey, I really want every single car inside of Forza. Do you have this car? Do you have this car? Do you have this car? And he finally, acknowledged, and he's like, I can see what I can do, and we can get you those cars. I finally got all the cars that I needed by the end of life of Forza Horizon, basically by the end of, the last update of Forza Horizon 5. But my thing is, your average Joe does not have, 6.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours every single week to grind out a playlist on Forza Horizon 5. Nobody wants to sit there and grind out a playlist every single week on Forza Horizon. What I think they should do instead is they should do something kind of like what TDU is doing. We should have kind of I would not mind if Forza did a solar pass. You know, they did something like a solar pass. They did a battle pass kind of system where it's, hey, you know, you can purchase 2 or 3 cars that are inside of this pass for, you know, like $6-7. But on top of that, there's also going to be 1 free, you know, 2 or 3 free cars, because Forza's big enough where they can easily do like 2 paid and 2 free. Or honestly, Forza's big enough that they could do a battle pass system style where it's, hey, here's 4 cars, just like how they did with Festival Playlist. Here's 4 cars that you can unlock at any time that you want. You can grind out this whole entire pass all in one day, if you so please. Or you can take your time. We're going to give you the entire, you know, I don't care if they do it like for a month or whatever, and there's like 25 tiers, and it's 25 tiers, you have a month to grind out. You know what? That would be perfectly fine. But still do like the seasonal content where it's like, okay, you know, it's the summer, it's the winter, and everything like that. You could still do that, but I feel like, you know, a festival playlist where it's like you get points inside of the festival playlist and you have to grind 20 points every single week. It became a little bit tedious. But I do like the idea that Forza, of like Test Drive, where it's, you know, a 50 tiers for 3 months. Like 50 tiers for 3 months, I mean, that's more than doable. Like, I mean, obviously it's 50 tiers for 5 months this time around, but that's still one of those of 50 tiers every single month is doable. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, you've had 3 months. Well, and you know what's funny? There are going to be people that are still going to go, 50 tiers is a lot, like, I can't get it done. And it's like, dude, you had 5 months. You had 5 months. Call of Duty gives you a month and a half to do 100 tiers. You can do 50 tiers in 5 months. Like, it does not take that long to grind out the Solar Pass. Now, mind you, technically I am one to talk, but I do know because I did grind out the first 2 Solar Passes. It doesn't take, like, I got it done, I think, in like a month for the first 3 Solar Passes. But I will say, technically, Solar Pass 4 and 5, yes, you know, Twitch, and, you know, people on my Twitch stream right now and on my YouTube stream, yes, make fun of me all you want, but I did purchase every single tier. I did purchase all the tiers for Season 5 and Season 4. Or not Season 4, yeah, because Season 4 was the first one that did the, that introduced the diamonds. So yeah, I purchased both Season 4 and Season 5, and on top of purchasing both of those, I purchased the tier skips to get all the way to level 50. Just because I was just like, you know what? I'll support this game, I might as well. Am I going to do it for Season 6? Yeah, probably. Am I going to do it for Season 7? Most likely. Season 8? 100%. Because I really don't care. And I will buy every single DLC card that they've released inside of this game. Like, I don't care. I'm going to buy every single DLC card that they release in this game. You know, if it's like, oh, here's an online shop card. Cool. Purchase. Take my money. I have almost, I think I have 5,996 diamonds inside of this game right now. So I 100%, huh? No, you're good. But yeah, I have like, you know, basically 6,000 diamonds in this game. I don't really care. You know, it's like, at the end of the day, how I look at it is that's a future update for a game that has a lot of potential. You know, that's one person being paid to make this game better. Kind of. Not really fully, but in a way that's part of a person's salary to make this game better. That's how I look at things of buying DLCs for video games now, is I don't look at it as a standpoint of, oh, they're making you, they're charging you for, you know, you paid us $70 and you paid $90 and now they're charging you $2 for a DLC. Or $20 for, like, for Call of Duty, I can see people, like, complaining because it's like, okay, well, you guys are like a multi-million-dollar company. You don't need microtransactions inside of your game to make your game a better place. Like, you have the money to just make your game better, but they don't. They don't care. But something like, you know, Forza, or The Crew, or Test Drive, I see that in the ways of, oh, they're releasing a DLC, okay, this could make this game, like, this is money that will make this game better. Alright, I gotta do one more race and then I'll get my 500,000. My free 500,000 for doing 100 races. Oh, I know you do. You definitely do. It's like, I definitely need that 500k too. Same here. What, 3 races? Yeah. Yeah. There's 3 races in Hong Kong, and then 2 in Ibiza. So there's always a total of 5. Sometimes they split it up of 4 in Hong Kong Island and then 1 in Ibiza. Or there's 3 in Hong Kong Island and 2 in Ibiza. Yeah, there should be 2 in Ibiza at least. If there's not, maybe that's kind of like what Alex meant by missed live events. Because if I remember right, this live event was literally rushed. Because if the update happened, then this would have been a better live event. But because the update didn't happen, there's not anything to like really give out other than the 500,000. And I think it was like literally just a kind of, this is like a fallback live event essentially, where it's, hey, there's no update. We don't have the update for the newest live event system, so just here's a random live event. Like, here's something random. Yeah. So there's probably just the 3 in Hong Kong then. Because this is probably just the fallback live event where it's, here you go, here's 3 races, here's something to do. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it's going to be, and that's kind of what was stated when they said that they were going to put money in the live events. That's actually what got stated, is if any live event is missed, it will be 500k all the time. Every single live event that is missed will just be 500,000. There will be no stickers, no nothing, just 500,000. Well, there won't be stickers anymore anyway. Stickers are completely gone now. What race down there? Alright, there we go. So now we should get the 500 bands, as well as I should get... Oh! I am... The reputation on this. I am 23 off on the reputation to get my extra 250,000 in that race. It's alright, because all I need to do is I just need to cash out 1,000 frim, and then I'm good. That's all I gotta do, is I just gotta do a couple donuts, couple drift, or not donuts, but like drifts around some areas. Just around this solar hotel. In this nice Koenigsegg that I have here, if I can actually do a drift. This is an all-wheel drive Koenigsegg, isn't it? It's the Agera RS, which is all-wheel, like it's four-wheel drive, if I remember right. I think it's not rear-wheel drive. I'll tell you that. No, I guess it is. This thing does not slide worth shit though. Like for being rear-wheel drive, this thing does not slide at all. That's true. Oh, here, you're in the race. Okay. Next time, when you get out of the race, you should come over to the... No, you're good. When you get out of the race, you should come over to the Solar Hotel. I didn't line it up, like, exactly, because, like, this took me, like... I did, like, a quick, like, 20-minute, livery for this. But I might do, like, an actual, like, full-blown livery for it. Eventually. Yeah. I made the Thor, which is the special edition, the very last edition of the Agera. They did two where it's the Vader and the Thor, and the Thor, like, yeah, they're both the exact same livery except for one says Thor and one says Vader, but everything else is exactly the same. I was gonna do the Vader, but the or Vader, sorry, but the Vader was not. I couldn't do Vader because that was too many letters, and I wasn't about to try and make like a V with two lines or like an R or whatever and make it look weird. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do Thor because that's one less letter, or that's actually two less letters. And so then that way I can actually put all the lettering on the side of the car. I don't have to... Yeah. Right. Paint. That's good. But to answer your question, yes, we have talked about possibly. We have our re-editor and everything making it a little bit nicer, but that'll be like a while down the line. That's not going to be anything. I had to went downstairs to grab myself some food, and I had to check on my furnace. Sometimes there's a little sensor in there, and this goes with all furnaces that are like gas furnaces. There's a little sensor in there that'll and that's what picks up on if the igniter has ignited or not. Well, the problem is if that sensor, like if like the igniter is like hot enough to like ignite everything. The problem is that that sensor gets any sort of like dust or any sort of like carbon buildup on there, that sensor no longer reads. And so then what'll happen is the furnace will start going and it'll start doing like it's like heating up thing, but then it won't ignite. It'll just kill itself, and then it'll start doing the heating up, and then it won't ignite. So it'll just keep heating up over and over and over, and then not ignite. But eventually it'll finally kick on and ignite, but it just does it like a couple dozen times before it finally ignites and starts burning. So what you have to do is, and if that was the case, I'd have to turn it off, get a toothbrush that's sitting right next to the furnace, and then just brush off that sensor. I know how to fix it. I'm just like, dang it, I don't want to have to do that. But we're good. Where am I? I am. I'll meet you at the hotel. I'm not too far away from the hotel.
Make a U-turn.
Are you inside the hotel or outside the hotel? Go inside the hotel because I don't see you in the lobby yet. This is also something that needs to be fixed. Is getting this stupid Smurf, yeah! And it's like, dude. Or like this stupid dude. I have beat this dude multiple times. Yesterday, I spent 175,000 credits. Or 175 million credits. Yeah. Yeah, I spent 175 million yesterday to try and get the sharps up because we were 175 million behind the streets, and then I don't know how, but apparently the streets still won that clan battle, and I was like, okay, whatever. That's yeah, I'm like, brother, what? I guess I should have spent 500 million or something. I don't know. Yeah. Where are you at, slime? Restart your game. Restart your game and I'll restart my game. Yeah, I can't see no one, so... Yeah, this lava man, dude. He needs to fix his fucking internet, dude. Oh, sorry, Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to say the F word, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Musty Tree 64. It's just my username. YouTube, don't demonetize me. Twitch, don't ban me. Actually, I don't. Twitch won't even ban me. That's kind of the thing about Twitch is they don't really care. If you're not affiliate, they don't give like they just don't even care. Like if you're not a partner with Twitch, they don't care. There are people that like. I mean, the only thing about Twitch that you have to like be careful of about like swearing on Twitch and everything is your audience. You know, like there's people that follow you, especially like when you don't swear for like the longest time, and then all of a sudden you have like one or two swear words. Everybody's like, "What the heck?" Like this guy usually doesn't swear, and you know everything's like that, and they're like, "I'm gonna unfollow this person now because I don't like how he swore." That's the only thing that you'll get like with Twitch, but it is. But like you know, hey, I mean. There's people that complain about that. There's people that complain about like, ooh, he said the T word. 140 million. Who? You? What do you have to your name? Wow, look at you! Moving up in the big leagues. Me can't really say anything as I'm sitting at two or at 1.4 billion now. 600 million in chips, yeah. So I'm sitting at 1.2 billion, like 1.25 in the casino for that. Yeah, I am. I don't see you though. Luxury cars, okay. Fast travel inside. Oh! Why? You should buy this. I sold the free one. Like, I sold the one. Because I was like, this thing sucks. Yeah, it is slow. There you are. I didn't even hit the pull on my screen. But yeah, like I said, like it was a 20-minute livery, but also the problem is you can't do the right you can't do like the right text, so like it doesn't look right. But it still doesn't look bad. Well, but even if you skew it, it doesn't, because like I even tried that, it doesn't look right. Ugh. Got a little bit of. It is. It's the same font as the as what it says, like when it says like with Agera. It's the same font. Yeah. Yeah, which would be like impossible to do inside of this livery editor. I got pepper in my eyes. I got a little bit of pepper in my eye. Oh man, my eye burns now. Don't you just love it when you accidentally get like a little bit of pepper on your finger and then you touch your eye to like itch it and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit! Oh man. Ah. My freaking eyeball, dude. Vader's kind of the same way. Yeah. Yeah. The Thor is a light gray, and the Vader is an actual like black. But I just did the black because I was like, oh. They're owned by Koenigsegg themselves now. They, yeah, they bought them back. They put them. They did one last tour with them around the entire world, and then they're now sitting in the Koenigsegg headquarters. So, like, they're now basically like in the Koenigsegg museum. But they bought them back for like 8.6, they bought them back for like 18.6 million a piece. Yeah. Because it's two separate people that own them. So they were like, hey, we'll pay you 8.7 million. And one of the guys was like, okay, sure. And then the other guy's like, yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Like, they did that. And they're like, give us back our cars. Yeah, we're outside the electric car dealership now. Go into it and then back out of it. Yeah, we're just sitting like right out here. Yeah, you're not even. Oh man. Because he's on my friends list. Yeah, he added me and everything. But yeah, like, dude's internet is like absolute shit, dude. Because like, guy like cannot connect to an Xbox party. It's like, brother. Yeah, it's like. The fact that dude is struggling to connect to an Xbox party is just insane. In my $50 million mansion later, huh? How do you want me to line it up? Like that? It's like directly center in the middle of the... It almost looks like you have the Yesco. Yeah, from like the side, it almost looks like it's the Yesco. Who knows? I'm gonna look at my photos. Who knows? Possibly. Uh-huh. Yeah. I have to delete. What? Alright, let's see. There we go. Now I can actually see. I had to delete a few of my pictures because they weren't actually like... They weren't loading. It just said error, error. Like, I had to delete my pictures. I had too many damn pictures, I guess. I forgot. I took a... Oh, that happens sometimes. It's because there's a lot of people joining right now, so like the servers are being a little bit finicky. Have fun. You said you're in the dealership? Because I don't see you at all, even in the dealership. Go into the Solar Hotel. Go into the Solar Hotel and see if you can see me in there. Yeah, I don't see you either. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, I'm outside now. Lee. What's up, buddy? Not a whole lot. Yeah, I see lava, so... Which is apparently now in a race. Ugh. Don't you just hate it when you get pepper in your eyes? You know, no teammates to help me. That's honestly why I don't play Battlefield 6 anymore. It's because there's too many damn Call of Duty players playing Battlefield 6 to the point where they don't understand that you can revive your teammates. Like, that is my one problem with Battlefield 6. And that's why I stopped playing it. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The only game that was like Valorant that I played and that I loved playing was Paladins. But they shut that down years ago. Alright, guys. Let's see. What time is it? Almost noon. There we go. Let's head out to Ibiza. Do some racing down there. Let's see. Okay, so we do have purple mission there. Oh yeah, it's taxi. We don't got a taxi mission. Oh no, we do. It's right there. Okay.
Turn left. Turn right. Turn left. Turn left. You have arrived.
Hello? Do you have the right address? Let's go. Ugh, I saw a great pair of glasses in the store near here. I think I'm gonna buy them.
Yeah. We're still here.
Awesome. Huh? Oh, thank you. That's much better.
I don't know. He doesn't have a mic, and he keeps like he keeps joining, and then like all of a sudden what happens is he just gets disconnected from the party. Like he just keeps like joining, disconnecting, joining, disconnecting, joining, disconnecting, and it's like, brother.
Great. Thank you.
I'm in Ibiza right now.
Excuse me? Many thanks. Excuse me. Awesome. Sorry for bothering you. Great. Thank you. Great. Thanks for the ride. I've got your name if I need you again.
Yep, have fun.
Are you the one in charge of delivery?
Yeah. Alright. Alright, Biza, I'm just doing contract missions in here. Alright. Okay.
Thanks for taking care of the delivery. I'll send over your payment.
Yeah, I heard you. Hmm? Oh, I'm just doing contract missions, so. What? What? You get Solar Pass XP and Clan XP. I'm gonna end my stream here.